Once again, just like at ESWC, they're going to get to play with the fans behind them, but let's see if they're going to be able to go the distance this time and not let them down in the end.
I mean, you kind of want to see them play Fnatic again in front of the home crowd just for that reason, right? They need revenge from ESWC 2014. Shox looking for a one-click headshot here. Got 11 bullets left. They're going to smoke it off and run past, not taking any risks. Well played, Dignitas. That's the kind of fight you don't want to take against one of the best pistol players in the world. And Pimp is waiting behind, takes one, but Smiths with a really swift reply here. The bomb is down, though, and it's a 4v4. And this is gonna be a tough retake. Envy are still far away from the bomb site.
Yeah, they're closing in slowly but surely now. You do have a man lurking over EnVyUs, but he's been spotted out, so he's going to be able to give the information. That still allows for AC to pick up a kill on Smiths, however. It was something that probably should not have happened. It's turning into a real out-and-out brawl now, but the man advantage is maintained by Dignitas, and then we come back into a 2-on-2. Keo's going to go charging through the smoke straight up onto the site, takes the fight point blank, but cannot win it, and Happy is now going to be the last man alive here with 10 HP, caught in a crossfire without any time left. Even if he gets the kill, he will not be able to win this round, and Envy will fall. One thing to note here is that Envy have gone off their bread and butter strategy for the pistol round on CT side, because for the longest time they would leave one man holding over on CT looking onto A site and then stack up more into mid and B site. True. And just when they change it up, that's when Dignitas decide to go for the straight up B rush. True. And so that speaks of Dignitas being a little bit familiar perhaps of what Envy had in mind here.
Speaking of switching things up here, look at Dignitas. They buy a UMP, which is one of the slightly more heavy-hitting SMGs.
And then, fair margin, yeah.
Yeah, and then they buy all Galils and AKs. This is a way of saying we know that EnVyUs is perhaps one of the best teams in the world at playing these follow-up rounds. They always seem to win with pistol armor. So we're going to try and really stack up on the rifles and see if we can win it anyway here. Grenade to the back, and Shox is going to be significantly damaged. They're down to 40 health, but they did trade early on. Smith's hiding in a good corner, and they really don't want to get close to this P250, but they will get the kill jumping around the corner. Happy inside the bomb site, has the bomb now. Ooh, they have to get close to this Mag 7. And he's ready for it. MBK coming in from the side, does damage, but still goes down after the quick trade. Now it's all on Happy here. 1v2, one pellet on Pimp, and he's going to be gone, and Happy down to 9 health. He almost clutched it last time, and this time it's even more difficult. He goes down to Pimp, and Dignitas will just barely survive that round.
Yeah, look at the patience shown there by Dignitas at the end when they know that they don't want to close the gap. They're just waiting for Happy to sweat himself to death, essentially. They're just sitting on that site. And Happy will get a little bit of bonus money because he did get that kill. And look at this.
Wow.
Envy, this isn't something we see every day. And this for me, just speaks to Envy. This is just the highlight of what Envy are capable of. They have no fear. They realize we did a lot of damage in the last round. We're going to have some money in this one. Happy in particular can get full nades plus a 5-7 and a helmet.
Look at the rush coming out from Dignitas. This is damn near perfect. Well, there was only one person when they started coming in. Now there's another 2 rotated in. It's still not bad. It's 5 versus 3 in this bomb site. And a lot of rifles on Dignitas' side. This is definitely doable. They just need to make sure they don't fight these 2 scouts and just get in before they take too much damage. There's one shot rain down, and AZ's down to 30 health. They need to move before they're all too soft to do it. Smith comes through with a good shot on AC, was already low. Happy gets a kill, but MSL and Pip with a little bit in return. Shox from behind, they line up for him. He only gets the 1. How did he not hear those first bullets?
I have no idea. That's actually looking really weird there, but it's still, the fact is that MBK is still alive at the back of this site, and that's going to open it up for Kiyoshi when he gets a headshot on the Pimp, and Nico going to be the last man alive here in a 1v3. He gets the first, but this is so difficult for him. He's going to get pinned down behind Forklift, and Envy, they come right back into it with a huge force buy. And look at that. Of course, the crowd goes wild here.
I mean, they're going to do that every single kill. That's no surprise. That's what happens wherever we go in the world. So, of course, they should be allowed to cheer for their home team here. 4th round coming up. That is a huge round for Envy. That's the sort of round where, okay, if it works, everyone is going to be impressed. But I'm almost willing to say that that's almost too much, actually, buying for a 3rd round like that. That is leaving a door open for Dignitas.
Now we get to see what's going to be possible here. We had actually, I think those were the B side, exactly the B split smokes going down, but Happy with the shots from short, just completely stops that cold. Shoxy lurking around and Checker like he usually does is going to pick up 1, and Keo gets the follow-up. And just like that, Envy recovering everything that they need.
Yeah, not much that they could do. I mean, they had a little bit that round invested into it on the Dignitas side, but it wasn't too impressive. It won't be too impressive this time, but, something is going their way anyway. A Molotov and another one, actually, and 4 smokes. I wonder if they were going to try and carpet bomb the A bomb site, here. Because if you throw enough smokes and then throw Molotovs on the other side of the smokes, it's kind of hard for the CTs to know exactly where they're going to hold inside that bomb site.
Oh, there's a reason why we call it NBK corner. And that could be actually what they might have in mind here. One into the corner, one behind quad boxes. Just turn that into a burning lake and then focus on the site itself. That could be an option. Dignitas setting up for the smokes. And those are going to go up on Sky and on short and into CT as well. So we'll see them just cutting up this site, making it easier for them to get onto it.
There are the Molotovs burning in the background. Happy, though, still picks up the opening frag. Envy adjusting well to all these smokes in here. NBK with a one headshot, and oh, it's a team kill. And NBK, well, kind of with a triple, I suppose. Finishes off and actually gets to the triple kill. But one of the Dignitas members stole his quad there. Still, that is a solid round. Envy, I mean, that's the one thing, because you mentioned, and it's true, Envy are sometimes a little bit slow to start, but now they have the crowd. I mean, you could think maybe that's going to simply jumpstart them here. And
I mean, it's like Thorin said as well, when NBK does well and starts actually getting the kills like this, that's when Envy start to look unstoppable, because usually, you know, it's Kiyoshima, it's Shoxy, Happy even, who are the ones, you know, leading the board, and NBK kind of stuck getting, you know, towards the bottom of it. If he starts off strong, then you have the other three guys to fall back on still, so Envy is starting to get a lot of confidence. This is exactly how they wanted this map to start. They lose the pistol perhaps, but then they get control back very early on. They don't let Dignitas get too far ahead.
Happy being boosted up. Another trick that Envy have actually done a lot. In fact, so much so that we're now seeing a lot of people pre-fire or sort of pre-aim that angle. So a little bit worried that they are doing a little bit too much. They don't get anything, so now they're going to boost up here. Happy playing in the corner, which is, I think I've said it now a number of times, a position I think should be wall-banged a lot more than it currently is.
Yeah, and right now we aren't seeing that at all still.
No.
They have to make back. They basically have to commit if they're going to go for it. But the bomb is making its way through A main. They still have a man boosted up, it looks like. They're going to be working their way over here, gathering up now Dignitas with 40 seconds left, and there's a gap in the smoke. Happy, he can just barely spot it out. Is he going to get rewarded? He might spot the heals, and there it is. He spots two, and that's enough. Gets the first shot in onto MSL, and now they realize that you're up there. Joe's jumping down. Molotov there. He's going to have to fall back to MBK corner, but this is still going to be a solid defense here as far as Envy are concerned. They've got that man advantage.
Losing MSL, definitely a bit of a hit there. And look at the time left, 16 seconds now. AC and Pimp with two great kills. AC coming into it again, but they haven't checked the back side. Happy's there with a double. And now AC is alone. He goes down to Smith's. Quad kill from Happy once again. Very good job on his part.
That was just fantastic. Smith robs him of the ace at the end, but that's the perfect play from that boost and that smoke as well. Look at this. It's perfectly positioned to allow him to have a gap to work with. It doesn't get any better than that. The Molotov going down doesn't allow him to push into Squeak, but I think this is almost better because the rest of the team get cleaned up. He's still alive to keep that bomb from going down, and that's with 9 seconds left in the round as well. Him killing the plant there actually just pretty much wins the round for Envy flat out. The last kill is like icing on the cake.
Yeah. Now it's down to pistols again here. Deagle, Tech-9, and a couple of P250s on the Danish side. Gonna miss the first shot then. They are getting dangerously close, and Happy will go down. MBK, what a spray down. Triple. Quad kill. They all line up. Pistols out. No, he can't finish it. But that was truly cinematic as well for MBK. That was like a classic Counter-Strike spray down.
And that, like, NB King is very firmly sitting on his throne right now if he's able to keep control like that. With an M4A4, he's damn happy he's got that extra 10 bullets in the mag. But look at this. We'll get it in replay as well. But look at the control from him. The way he drags it onto the third man there. And then the last bullet as well. Bam, right there, headshot. Doesn't get any better than that.
What's really fitting is that he's got the bullet rain skin. So, you know, couldn't get any better, really, at that point. But Dignitas are back with an AWP, and maybe they could find an opening with that. Happy is going to miss that flick. Aggressive play.
Oh, an MSL with the punish. That is perfect. In position. Going for the wall bang as well.
Yeah, but
nothing really going to come through there.
No, you can't shoot through that part of the wall. It has to be a little bit further back. Shox looking for an opening, and will take down AC, who's really one of the heavy hitters. They got to rely on AC and Pimp and Nico. Those are the three people that are supposed to get a bunch of the kills here. Nico with a quick flick, and actually he's going to take out MBK. Bit of a mistake there, I think, on the French player, and it's now down to Shox and Kiyoshima. 2v4 at the moment, and plenty of time for Dignitas to make up their minds.
And now it comes down to Shoxy. Is he going to be able to hit that timing? Nico's going to come around this corner onto Forklift and just annihilates him as he's standing behind. Kiyo now catches the man pushing through the smoke, but that's not the bomb, so it's going to make life very difficult for him here. And this really is a situation where Kiyoshima, he's going to back off and save, and this is the right call to make at this point. 1v3 retake on A would be too much to ask. And if he can actually save that AWP, this would be a lot of money here for Envy to work with in the next round. This would mean a lot for them. So already out on the hunt, and he doesn't get the shot. Pimp manages to catch him out in the open, and there you go. Dignitas with the 3rd round on the board. But you're right, uncharacteristic mistakes being made there by the 2 EnVy players alive on that A site. NBK in particular, man, he just stepped right out there in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, a little bit interesting and giving a big opening to Dignitas here. The money on EnVy, I mean, there's a good bank on some players. In fact, Orb, Scout, and then 3 M4s to finish it out. But if they start losing now, there's a big chance Dignitas could come in and have a pretty good first half anyway here.
I like this. I mean, basically, EnVy usually a team that go for heavy mid control as well. Right now, Dignitas are going to be allowed to walk right out here, not even having to deal with the AWP. It looks like Smiths and NBK basically. NBK with the jumping scout. He loves to abuse that position as well because he can jump over the box and look towards the vents. And we've seen that NBK has become one of the best players in the world basically using this scoped rifle. So he's a real threat always. Flash around the corner, and there you go. NBK takes that peek, spots out the man.
Dignitas being allowed to stick around in the middle for a long time without anyone from the French side really caring about it, which is a little bit scary. That's always dangerous when you give mid-control to the terrorist side. So we'll see if EnVy can hold down once the push comes through to the B-bomb side. If they put their own smokes down, that Kiyoshima's going to be alone against 5 people, and there's nothing anyone on EnVy can do to stop it. There's a Molotov going through. Shox is already down. Kiyoshima with a very important headshot goes for a little bit more, but he's going to get picked off. So Smiths. And that mid-control costing EnVy dearly in this round.
Well, now we have to see Dignitas starting to get the confidence, starting to bring up the momentum here. They just go cascading onto that site. That's exactly how it's supposed to work when they work together as that group. They go together as a unit, essentially. So first man in, entry fragger. He may die, but he's going to get that information to the rest of his teammates so that they can start just clearing everything up behind him. Nice tag there by NBK, forcing AC back behind that box. But at this point, EnVy basically are trying to lock down as much. They're trying to keep Dignitas alive and well on this bomb site so that they can go boom with it. They don't want to let them out of this site. They don't want to let them hold on to the guns. And Happy alive here in B halls. Pretty decent spot from him. He should be able to catch AC for free.
Yeah, Nico and Kiebu, though, they're pretty far away from the action and shouldn't try and peek it. Actually, I think Happy went down.
Down, yeah.
So that's a really big kill because, again, EnVy don't have that much money. So taking away a rifle like that, very important.
I'm surprised as well. I mean, well, this is also, I mean, when you get into these kinds of situations, it can be tricky for EnVyUs.
They'll probably force anyway.
Yeah, they decide to go for it. Shoxy can afford a glass cannon AWP. He gets a shot. He gets a flash to go with it. But the one round where EnVyUs don't call for mid control, they just say, okay, NBK, you go with scout to get the info, essentially. That's when Dignitas go for a very fast mid take, and it's so difficult to get control back from there.
Fast attempt at a scope there from Shox, but just barely Kiebu manages to survive. And the rest of the team, they're grouping up outside of the A-bomb site. And look at EnVy. Look at this call here. Gotta wonder if they've seen that before. NBK with a quick shot there, headshot, but Shox to follow up. Smith goes down to Nico. There's a lot of trading going on. Dignitas are coming out again. Again, Shox does not have any body armor. If he gets into a fight, it'll end really badly. He has to be quick about it. Happy's going to spray down one, coming through the smoke as well. A double kill and turns for a quick 90-degree spray. Picks up an AK to continue. Nico actually got the leg shot off, and Happy will go down now. It's Nico in a 1v2. Looking for another frag to at least even it up, but the grenade from Kiyoshima. And EnVy make it work again. The force-up paying off.
And they go for it. Yeah, exactly, man. The risks, EnVy, they're no strangers to it. They are willing to always go for these kinds of buys when they have the money for it.
What does worry me about it, like this is what I always think, EnVy, the reason they can keep doing this and it works is because when they play against a team like Dignitas, maybe they can just edge it out. But I feel like if they go to the grand finals, they play a team like Fnatic, they will crush them for those kind of buys.
Yeah, it's not like you can actually rely on Happy to get double frags in that manner either, right? The first one, yes, but the second one, just what was that? Jumping through the air and then just kind of like stabbing them with the M4 instead of actually shooting them. That was just ridiculous.
Well,
nice opening.
Yeah, and this is also Dignitas buying maybe a little earlier than you normally would here because they're starting to feel the pressure as well. They're not going to let EnVy just play their own game, but they want to put a little bit of pressure back. And Smith's missing a chance for a headshot there. MSL wondering if he should re-peek it.
He's worried. He didn't know if it was from short either. So you can tell a little bit of a hesitation there for him. Kiyoshima waiting in checkered as well, like this place, like this position basically from him. Although Smith's, well, pardon me, Shox isn't necessarily in the best position to help him.
Oh, Smith, this is a really good positional play from Smith. Great kill on AC. That might not seem like a lot because he just crouched in, but the fact that he just remembers, wait a minute, it's an opening in the middle, maybe they're going to sneak through there. Very important kill. Happy, gonna spray down one more and does not get the follow-up kill, and Smiths also goes down. So 2v2 default plant, and let's see how their positions are gonna be. One is running towards Squeak, and that's not good. Yeah, they actually changed it up. That's a very smart idea from Dignitas. Don't run Squeak or main with the bomb is planted there. Now MSL is gonna be alone. Kiyoshima through the smoke. In a tough position here, but I like the way he's playing this, actually.
Yeah, look at Kiyoshima right now. He's trying to change up the angle, looking over that smoke, going for the jump, just trying to feed information to Shoxy, and now they know. Hey, Kiyo, second kill through the smoke as well. First one was a thing of beauty, but that one is basically him getting, like, Shoxy spotting out the last man with the radar, and Kiyo just putting shots through.
I think a lot was lost from Dignitas by the fact that they had that moments of hesitation where they were wondering where to put themselves in the afterplant position, because you can tell they wanted to try and run. You can see actually right here, and he runs back, I think, more or less into the grenade. And that actually does make a pretty big difference. You really, really can't run Squeak or main if the bomb is planted in default. That's why almost every team now tries to put the bomb down in the far corner of the bomb site instead, because it's just so much easier to stop a defuse.
It makes it just so much more tricky. Here's, again, EnVyUs, basically one of the first teams to start doing the Molotovs up onto boost box like that to try and slow things down. Kiyoshima. Shoxy actually is going to be picking up both kills here. Smith's on high now as well. Two ops ready and waiting, and the Smiths will pick up a frag onto Nico. AC and Pimp, the last two alive. Pimp, of course, going for his trademark dualies. AC is not going to get any luck here, however. Smiths is just going to drop on him and pile drive him into the ground. Pimp now the last man here, having overwhelmed Shoxy. He's got his AWP, and Pimp, quite a confident opper as well. But as soon as they spot him out, they're not going to take the info. And NBK actually pushing it through with the P90 will clean it up. So EnVyUs managed to weather the storm there with that eco round coming out from Dignitas, and once again, they are able to get rounds on the board. So important for them as well. They cannot let Dignitas get... Well, if Dignitas were to finish this 9-6, that would be reasonable. Still be kind of like an average score line, but Envy, they want to just like flat out win this half. They need to make it up to 10-5 or 11-4.
Just like with every other team, it just seems like people these days are having more luck putting together terrorist rounds than they are CT rounds. So these 4 rounds from Dignitas, they don't exactly impress me either, not yet. I think actually you're right, like 6 rounds, if they can win the last 3 and make it 8-7, I think that's when we start feeling like a little bit more confident, but still, I think Envy are going to be quite strong T-side on this map as well. I think they're going to be hard to stop, really. Like this, push up into the middle, pop flash over, and MSL with a quick peek. But again, around where Envy have very little mid control, but they are sneaking Smiths in here with the AWP, and he could sneak a kill and run away.
So he's not going to spot it this time, but he does manage to pick up the kill onto AC and gets the headshot follow-up onto MSL. And that's going to end it here. Kirby trying to find a way into that B site, but he's not going to be quick enough. Kiyo rotates in and takes him out. That leaves it down to Nico now. Nico and Pimp, very little gear. Not a lot to work with, but great positioning, and Nico and Pimp both picking up kills, bringing this back to a 2-on-3, and actually opening up the bomb site. If Pimp only had that bomb to work with, he could have got the plant. Yeah,
but playing so close to Truck is a great idea. He gets the 1 kill in. If he had had a grenade, a pop flash, he could have already killed both of them right there. They weren't ready for it. Now the bomb is going to go down, and Nico's going to be able to ult back a site. So, I mean, he's got a good weapon to try and play this kind of position, because if they show themselves at the wrong angle, maybe it's going to be a 1v1 really quickly. Bomb goes down. He's planted it for main this time, so he can really hold it, but... Oh, no. Shox is going to walk right into the round. Oh, he gets the 90-degree flick right onto Shox, and now Kiyoshima goes down. What a clutch from Nico. That is unreal.
And that's exactly what Dignitas need from him, and he keeps them right from the brink. It would have been another round of eco for them, and that just completely ends the half practically. But instead, in the key round, the man that we were looking for here, basically talking about it on the panel before this match, Nico steps up, and the first kill basically is the beautiful one. Kiyo after that is kind of just like rudimentary, but the fact that he gets that 90-degree flick onto Shoxy, that is a huge kill, and that's what Nico's capable of. This actually forces Envy into a bit of, well, I mean, it's going to be like a semi-force with the CZs, and Kevlar picked up on Smiths, but it really is in reality to Nico.
Yeah, he has to come up big, has to get 1 more kill, and there it is, sprays down, triple, nicely handled. That's not easy. That's exactly the kind of trick that Envy keep throwing at people. And maybe they trade 1 for 1, they get an AK, and then that AK kills more people. So, I mean, 2 kills was essential. All 3, that was just really well done on his part here.
That was fine, just fine. MSL, he's going to be able to get behind quad boxes, but he's got the bomb, so he somehow needs to find his way onto that bomb site and do it safely as well. He's got Nico on high now, watching short, though, so NBK doesn't have much room to work with. And look at that. Happy is on a mission right now. He is out in the middle of nowhere. He is basically getting so far. He's like thinking 3 steps ahead right now. He's like, okay, NBK may die. NBK gets a kill, but I'm going to be in position. They're not going to have any idea that I'm waiting for them out here in T-spawn to get the exits. Unless, of course, he walks into Kjaerbye, and then it's all like kind of anticlimactic.
Quad kill from Kjaerbye, the very young talent here on the Dignitas roster. That will land them a 6th round. That's like, now they're in the comfort zone. This is acceptable for a first half when you're playing against Envy, but a 7th round will be golden. It gives them so much space to work with on the second half.
No, it really would be fantastic. They've got everything they need right now, Dignitas as well. Full buy from them. EnVyUs, you have NBK going for a UMP. So definitely trying to skimp. Shot goes through from Smith, but he's not going to connect. And now, exactly, he's running. I mean, he runs right into Nico, who was pre-firing that angle or just holding it.
There's no one here. That's the B bomb site 1 for Dignitas. 7th round is now not that far away. And where are they going to go with this bomb plant? AZ's running into it. Pack on his back. Shox is actually going to try and flash his way through. That's madness. They're all waiting for him, and he's going to plant it for the main entrance of B, so they can hold it really far back here as well. 3v5, and Envy giving up a lot of rounds here that maybe they shouldn't. Kiyoshima gets a kill in return as Kjaerbye goes down, but Happy and Kyo, what could they do?
Really wondering, actually, right now, because there's the flank going in from Pimp through vents, and it's going to be the last man alive here, Happy. Usually the king of clutch for Envy, but he's in a 1v3. Odds are pretty slim right now. He's even going for the wall bang through. For a second, I thought he got the kill, but that's actually the X-ray getting turned off there. So clever play. Well played there, Disc Observer. But it is going to be Pimp picking up the kill. 8-7 finish here. So actually a bit more in line with the current meta as far as how many rounds T-side we can expect them to get. We're seeing a lot more 9-6, 8-7 out of this map than what we saw before, where the standard was 10-5 towards CT.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. Really cool performance, I must say, from Dignitas. Impressed by how they managed to bring that back. Now I'm wondering, that's a Happy signs as well. Good job there. Actually, something to point out here, because we were saying Shox, still think it's true, one of the best pistol players in the whole world, essentially. But lately, in these CT side pistol rounds, actually Pimp has been having some sick headshots, like some really insane headshots. So if he can take out 1 or 2 Envy players before they get anything done, that would be the right way to go about it here. I mean, winning a pistol round now from Dignitas would have a huge impact on the remainder of this first map here. So, as far as Dignitas are concerned, well, as far as Envy are concerned, they're going for, it's almost becoming a French standard now, full Kevlar. They're going for the straight-out brawl. You hear that train on the track, Sanders? I do.
In the station.
And the one who has to hit some good headshots here is going to be Kjaerbye. He's by the truck. This is, I mean, a good range.
Their setup right now is kind of the standard setup that we expect to see on CT side cash now. Leaving one guy over by truck and CT to hold A site and kind of stacking up towards B and mid.
Yeah, they've got 2 grenades, so if there comes to a retake, they could use those to maybe explode some of the Envy members, but already MSL is very low on health, and NBK's fighting, taking a lot of damage and dealing a little bit back to Pimp, so got to be careful. The bomb is making its way back, and I think maybe Envy, they saw 2 people out there, they probably realized they dinked MSL, so they might be thinking this bomb site's going to be the weaker one, but there are 2 people here and a 3rd one in the middle that could rotate in. I mean, this could be, actually there's 3 people here already. Wow, Envy could be walking into a trap. 2 grenades, Nico with 1. This grenade could be huge, even if they have armor. It could make a big difference.
Well, there's
this once. Is he going to be on time? MSL is already dead. He had 1 health. Now they're on the site here. Pimp goes down as well. Great rush. Envy just strolling into the bomb site, almost without any resistance.
And that bomb will happen. That plant will happen. So now it's going to come down to the retake situation. It's almost a picture-perfect representation of what happened in the first round for Dignitas, where they managed to pick things up. Nico going to find the headshot onto Smith, so he's slowly bringing it back, but Kiyoshima attempting the pre-fire, basically, and it's going to be this man closing in from behind. Happy will pick up both remaining frags in that round, and EnVyUs will pick up the pistol. The real question is now whether Dignitas can do what Envy did and win some kind of force buy. Are they willing to gamble?
They should, and they will. Is that people cheering Happy, or are they cheering Envy?
Envy, I'm thinking Envy.
It's hard to say. I mean, it could be both. That double kill definitely doing a lot in the round. I mean, that is the point about the USPS, isn't it, though? If you just get the 1-tap, you look like a god and you maybe win the round. But if you start missing shots, it looks like you're not even doing anything at all because they just run you down. And that's what happened, basically. 3 people holding, none of them able to land like 1 click, and that's all it took.
Especially when you got Kevlar, you're literally doing like 15, 16 damage per tick with it. It's so painful.
Wow, flawless round. In spite of the buy-up from Dignitas, no issue at all here.
So everything going according to plan here as far as Envy are concerned. Now we get to see. Well, this round basically should be run-of-the-mill. Should be pretty straightforward.
Well, I mean, this is where EnVy forced up a second time, right? It's like absolute madness strategy. That did work, so it's hard to really blame them for it. Although I still very seriously doubt if that's sort of a winning strategy in the long term and not just a single map. But we'll see. I'm curious if they're going to keep doing that in other matchups or if it's like, we don't think Dignitas is going to be good enough to stop us anyway. Molotov back there, finally spreads to catch Nico. And Shox, probably just a little bit of smile. All right, I'll move on now that you're crisp in the corner.
Only really Pimp who's going to be able to pick up the kill here. Although Kjerby, oh my gosh, Happy lives with 6 HP.
Wow.
That's it right there. Just dominant. And this is why we didn't see any kind of buy coming out from Dignitas. No kind of gamble. They didn't get any kills in the second round. They didn't really do anything in the third round. So going into the 19th round, the key there is not even the fact that, okay, they're not going for another force and they're not winning the rounds. It's just that they're not making money off of the kills that those pistols would give them. And so they're very light on nades right now. Look at the nade count. They literally only have smokes and a handful of flashes to work with, a couple of flashes and an HE. Such a spare buy here and such an important round for Dignitas.
Oh, this is going to be rough. They got to win a bunch of consecutive rounds right now. They put up some of the smokes already. And EnVy are moving over towards that A side of the map, leaving just Shox outside to play alone over at B. And he goes down to MSL. It's a really important early frag there, especially if Dignitas go and look and see what's going on. But they won't have time. They're already pushing in here, and Kjerby goes down, so does AC. And they're on the site, and they should be able to get a good plant here.
Whoa, Kiyoshima! Bit of a surprise there for him. All of a sudden, gets down dropped, and Nico, waiting around the corner, is going to lurk out Happy, so that doesn't happen too often there. Happy going to be a bit miffed about that. Nico, MSL, and Pimp still alive, pushing onto this A site, although there, he's a great shot by Kiyoshima, only with 16 HP, still gets the instant headshot onto MSL. That might actually force the eco. Yes, it will. Dignitas backing off to hold onto their guns. Nico too far away, too much time ticked off that bomb for Dignitas to get in there.
Didn't anyone ever teach him when there's smoke, there's fire? Gotta be careful, man. That could have been a really horrible giveaway. Nico and Pimp going to be able to save the rifles here, but still, it's EnVy getting dangerously close now to winning this map. 12-7, 4 more rounds and they've got it. So kind of fun to see. I mean, another sign, obviously, Shox sitting in the middle, so the first sign that he's calling. The other sign would be the fact that he's playing alone outside of B. If you are the guy doing the calling, it's much easier to be playing alone, and the rest of the team, they play as one. And you tell them what to do, and you expect them to do it. Whereas if you're playing with the other team, you have to keep getting info from this one guy who has to feed you and tell you what he's seeing. Shox can just get a read on how many people are B, and he can make a call based on the rest of it. So we've seen a lot of in-games leaders do that in the past. But now, is it going to be the run boost?
Yeah, and they would have heard that. They were close enough to squeak. They know exactly what's up here. Kjerby shouldn't get anything out of this position. NBK walks out, picks up the first one. Nico, however, with the double spray down, he's got that M4. And do they actually manage to pick off Kjerby? Yes, they do. Kjerby, 0 impact with that boost. It was Nico with the M4 who did the damage. Quick rotation coming in here from Dignitas, though. They are trying to pincer in on this site. And the bomb is yet to get planted, but EnVy aren't even sweating yet. They have plenty of time to draw them out into the open. And Pimp gets caught, and so does MSL.
That was really weird, though. That took them half an hour to take down Kjerby, and he didn't shoot anyone back. I'm wondering if he was trying to hide there and wait for them to group up, or maybe just hoping that he would be able to get a double instead.
See, I was thinking that there's that usual smoke now that you're seeing between Squeak and Sight, and NBK just ran through that, and so he wasn't able to see anybody.
I think some of them were probably in the smoke somewhere.
Let's see here how it splits up. I mean,
I don't know. It just seemed really odd. I'm wondering if he did spot a couple of people that thought, I need to get more out of this position with the 5-7. I've got to get a double kill here. 13-7. Dignitas got 7 rounds in the first half, meaning they haven't picked up a single one here in the second half. It's getting really painful now.
There's Nico. Nico's in connector right now. Is he going to be able to get eyes onto this A site? Because again, Dignitas, very similar setup to what they use in the pistol round here with this rifle buy. And now there's a rotation, but the smoke is already down to block him off. NBK attempts the shot, and he's going to take out AC. Crucial frag. Now Dignitas have lost the immediate pressure. They have to waste time rotating in.
Nice grenade, in fact. Dropping Nico quite low, although NBK and Shox are both very near dead. They're on life support at this time here. And Dignitas, they kind of have to commit to it. They've been having so many save rounds, but Pimp goes down, happy with a great pick off there. MSL and Kjerby left. And now it's going to be Nico just trying to run away and save the AWP. It feels like Dignitas they don't even get to defend a bomb site. They just get to sort of run towards one that's already lost, and then they save. And then they even lose rifles trying to save here. It's a brutal situation for them.
Nicely done there. A bit of a trick play there by Keo. And that forces him out into the open. No save, nothing going here for Dignitas. They've got their backs to the wall, and all they'll be able to afford are FAMASs, essentially. All of them stuck around $3,500. And so far, this CT side is just a complete and utter cataclysm for Dignitas. They're just getting completely shut down here. EnVyUs have just kind of strolled all the way through, not dropping around.
Oh, yeah, and that's so painful. They don't have anything to look back on. Something they say, well, at least it worked when we did this. It's just not working. Nothing is working right now. Smiths goes for the peak, and they trade damage right there in the middle.
All it is that Nico, he's got a scout. Smiths has got that AWP. Actually pretty surprising. It's only 20 damage separating the two of them. But all things considered now, that's at least a little bit of info there. Now they go back to a bit more of a standard approach, although they are leaving only a single man on that B site right now, Dignitas. EnVy starting to put a little pressure here, so we'll see them start to force the use of nades, basically, so that MSL throwing down his smoke at a minute mark. EnVy don't even have to push now. They know, okay, well, you've used your smoke. We know you're a smoke down at this point, and that is going to make taking a site later on so much easier for us. Whereas look at the gear on EnVy. They have all of the options right now. Everything that they need.
They're not lacking in any respect at all. Molotov into the middle here just to try and force Nico back, and it's going to be successful as well. Could have killed him if there had been a couple of ticks on him there. 35 seconds, the bomb making its way towards the B-bomb side. On the back of that side, MSL's holding with a FAMAS. Actually, look at this. AC and Kirby going to pick up a kill each, and that's huge. Now they just need MSL to stay alive back here, buy time for his team. But he goes down to NBK, and there's a chance for a plant here now. 20 seconds. Nico going to go down as well. NBK crouches into that angle and takes him out.
Still 3 players remaining for Dignitas, and they have a lot of HP, and they still have some nades on Kirby as well, so we'll see where he decides to use them. Happy tries for the nade, and it's going to go right off in his face, but Pimp and Kirby get the 2 kills very quickly, and very well done there by Dignitas. Crucial play to keep them in this map, and there we go. They're actually on the board now in this second half, managing to get something done. Whereas EnVy, they just got... It looked like a solid start, at least, with how things developed, with Smiths actually getting the tag onto Nico, forcing him back from mid. They're allowed to get mid control, and then only MSL holding on B side as well. It looked like they had everything they needed to get onto that bomb site, but Dignitas put up way too much of a fight.
Finally as well. I mean, even if you are going to lose the map, which is definitely not a sure thing yet, but if you lose the map, you at least want to have a feeling that you got to fight a little bit on the CT side, yes? AWP on Nico, AWP on Pimp, so it's the double op setup. Smoke coming out from Shocks to land all the way towards Vent. And actually, can he get in here? MSL's ready and waiting. Spray down on 1, keeps firing. 15 bullets left. It's a double kill. Actually, AC stealing one of them away there, but still, definitely a good hold coming out right here in the middle.
And look at where AC is. He pushes through the smoke. He gets through that smoke wall and drops the bomb carrier. This is terrible for EnVy. They're going to lose another one to Kirby, who's been lurking around, and now, pushed into B halls. So that's Kirby getting aggressive. Happy's just been smoked off in garage, and now there isn't a whole lot that he can get done in this position. 1v4, running around that corner, takes the fight with AC, but AC hits the headshot, and that's going to be Dignitas now. Chaining rounds together. So we'll see if EnVy have enough to actually put a buy together in this round, because they still have a lot of cushion. They could afford to just continue to take a couple of risks here before they have to start getting worried.
What do you say, Selma? Do you believe 7 rounds in a row from here on out come with the flawless comeback? Are you?
This is a Danish team we're talking about, right, Anders?
Yeah, sure. I mean, there's the historical sort of reputation of being like the CT-sided country almost, but
yes. Constantly on the defensive.
It just feels like it's been a while. Yes, TSM has been kind of struggling, playing better on T side generally, and I don't know. If there was some truth to it, now would be the time to show it.
They still actually get a very good buy, EnVy, all things considered. And look at the spread from them, essentially, just spreading out across this map, setting up. Now they actually have everything that they need. And NBK not quite managing to connect with the headshot there. Pimp surviving with quite a bit of HP. Here with world-class teams, this is their big opportunity to prove themselves, basically. And an upset win versus EnVy would be one hell of a way to do it. Yeah. Even if they were to get trounced by Fnatic in the finals. I mean, if Dignitas could make a finals.
I mean, I am just assuming that's a playbook. It could be MSL's haikus. I'm not sure how they would read, but maybe you can tweet a couple of examples to us. 14-9, and we'll see now as the game continues. It's going to be a flashbang in. Kjærby, there's two people hiding behind that box, and he doesn't get back in time. One more step to his left, and he would have had a good chance at a double kill, but he stopped just short of that. Molotov goes up here, and Happy actually takes a decent amount of damage for that one, so pretty nicely placed. But still the entry in favor of Envy. Does that mean they replay the round, or I'm not sure? I lost track. Good shot from Nico either way, taking out MBK.
No, we didn't get the verdict. We didn't get the decision. But, I mean, we're just going to go for 14-9 and head out from here. And right now, Dignitas are actually in a better situation than they were last time. It's turned into that trade, but we're not into a 3-on-3. Dignitas this time managed to maintain the man advantage. So this is very important here. And this comes down to Smith, basically. Can he catch him off guard? But MSL playing it safe. He's hiding behind the boxes. Nobody exposed on this B site, so there's no easy entry frag for Smith to generate for his team.
Pimp up here, really good angle. Might be an easy kill, but Smith is dangerously close. And in fact, it's not an easy kill. Pimp goes down. Smith's coming up from behind. A nice opening. And MSL is gone. It's AC and Nico now to try for a retake. They're going to get to the bomb sign. And there's going to be another 3-4 seconds before they can actually try and fight for this, which is a lot of valuable time here. Nico has an AWP. Envy are not showing themselves, not even an inch here.
Okay, does Nico come down around the corner? Yes, he does. He tries to pre-fire it, but Happy's too quick. Gets the shots into the body and then the headshot to finish.
And I think they spotted AC as well. They know he's in this corner. Look at Smith's coming out. AC sprays.
Oh my God!
Sprays a double. Has to try and reload here. Kiyoshima inside the site. AC trying to clutch it. Jumping up. But there it is. Kiyoshima will shut him out. And they did replay the round. So what could have been wasn't. And now it's going to be 15-9 here in favor of Envy.
And this spray right here by AC with an M4A1, no less. Perfect control, takes out Happy. So close to clutching it for his team. And now we're going into the last round here, potentially, of this first map in this best of 3. Nico with that AWP misses the shot as they cross up the vents. Is he going to get another shot at this? They've gone for the counter boost. Pimp, look, and he spots them drop down. Does he take this fight? Yes, he does, but he doesn't win it. Takes a lot of damage in the process.
Great grenade, though. That's actually impressive. He did a lot of damage to Shocks, I mean, combined. It's over 100 damage there, and Smiths will end up killing AC, but Shocks did go down in the meantime, so just an even trade. Nico playing a dangerous game, and NBK took him out, and that was through the smoke, was it?
That was right through the edge there before that smoke went up, I believe. Now we're into 2-on-2, pretty much dead even. Pimp very low, shot Happy as well, but the gear is there, and MSL's gonna take that fight versus NBK and win it. Now life gets very difficult here for the in-game leader for Envy. Now, how does he actually play this? Goes for the pop flash, but he doesn't find the man. MSL, when's this smoke going to clear? How long does Happy actually have to play with this?
He's hiding inside the smoke. He wants them to check everywhere else, and then when the smoke fades, he's going to pop out and just try and kill them. But MSL is there for it, and there is no kit currently picked up, but there should be enough time anyway here. So 15-10. Yeah, I think they've got it.
Oh, wow.
Close.
If that smoke lasts even a second longer than that, I don't think that they make that defuse.
No, probably not.
Cutting it a bit close, but no, okay. 5 rounds separate these two teams now. And Dignitas, they just bought themselves another shot at it. Envy, because of that bomb plan, are going to be able to put together a buy here. Smith should have been dropped the rifle. Yes, he does. He's got that AK. Dignitas, they're going to have some nades. So everybody looking pretty solid here, actually. And they go for a very quick smoke. They could try to apply the pressure early here, Envy, in mid. And yeah, there's the fast boost straight through the Molotov. In fact, looking for the shots. The man in the smoke gets spotted out. Wild spray goes out from Kyo, and he actually makes it work.
A lot of damage onto Pimp as well, and this is looking good. AC finally replying. He needs a lot more. Going to get the double. A little bit more, but he's out of bullets. Ends up going down, and it's on MSL now all alone. Far away from the action. Almost no chance to do this. Again, this is going to have to come down some sort of godlike spray. Tries to do it, but runs out. And Happy to finish it. Envy take the first map 16-10 against Dignitas.
There we go. History in this case does not repeat itself, but you can hear the crowd. You can hear the chant going up. And Envy right now not letting those people down. They are going to be picking up the first map in this best of 3, and we go into Dust 2 next, which is their pick. So it is looking fantastic right now for the French team on home soil.
Yeah, essentially just Dignitas taking a lot too long on that second half to really pick up the pace. Not sure what the reason was, but Envy had a really good start, and the first buy round